There's this great moment in Crysis 3 when you're walking through the tall grass, and suddenly, out of nowhere, there are aliens.
Warning. Insurgent activity reported in perimeter structure.
And while there's aliens in a lot of different games, there's almost no games with tall grass. And certainly none that use it like Crysis 3.
Security lockdown in effect.
Heads up. Cell weapons drop near your location.
The real lesson I take from Crysis 3 is that tall grass is amazing. The disorientation you feel, the sense of danger when you're hiding in the tall grass and there's enemies all around, it's pretty fun. It reminds me a little bit of Tribes Ascent, basically because the real lesson I take from that game is jetpacks and skis are amazing. And the whole time I played Crysis 3, I just wanted a jetpack, a pair of skis.
On the front panel.
I did that already. You think I'm some kind of moron?
Yep.
Speaking of morons, the AI in Crysis 3 is pretty terrible, which is a shame because the graphics are extraordinary. And a part of me wishes that more of the effort and time that had gone into the graphics had gone into the artificial intelligence of your opponents. Now that being said, the actual hunting is pretty fun. If the enemies were more intelligent, the challenge of hunting them down, or of being hunted, would have made this game quite a lot better.
Huh? What's that? Watch my back! He's using a bow!
The best part about Crysis 3 is the stealth. Sneaking up on people, taking your time, managing your cloak and your energy bar. The game is really fun when you play it that way. You can run and gun. You probably will die if you run and gun, but maybe I'm just not very good. Level design is also quite good. You have big open levels with multiple approaches. There's a lot of different strategies you can use to tackle most objectives. There's also secondary objectives which give you extra boosts, different gear you can find, nanosuit upgrades, things like that, and provide kind of a nice diversion. I think the problem I have with Crysis 3 is that for all that, for all the decent level design, for the gorgeous graphics, it still feels too straightforward, too much like a first-person shooter. And I mean that in the sense of just another generic first-person shooter. It doesn't feel like there's really anything new about Crysis 3 in the way that there was something new about the original Crysis. Even if it was a glorified tech demo, it still felt fresh. And so I start to get bored. I drift. My mind wanders. I just want to stare up at the trees, the ruins of these old buildings. I know there are bad guys coming. I know I should shoot them. But I can't help but feel like it's all sort of wasted. This whole gorgeous ruined city, flooded and overgrown, all wasted on just another first-person shooter.
Here, let me show you what Cell have been up to while you've been sleeping. Maybe you'll understand then.
There's a story in all of this. Something to do with an Alpha Ceph. I'm not really sure. And this guy. I think they stole him from the PlayStation 4 announcement. I call him Baldy. In the fiction of the game world, he's called Psycho.
Version 2.0. What have they done?
The main character, Prophet, really gets under my skin. I'm not sure why this is, but I just think the game would have benefited from a Gordon Freeman-style cipher. The silent protagonist who views and participates in the world but doesn't open his mouth. Crysis 3 suffers from what really a lot of modern games suffer from, which is a story that takes center stage, that we have to pay attention to, no matter how badly written it is, no matter how little we care about it. We're basically in this story, cutscene to cutscene to cutscene, awkward moment to awkward moment, and there's nothing we can do. And maybe this is just so they can, focus on Psycho's face. And let's face it, it's a good-looking face. Crysis 3, for all its flaws, looks amazing.
Let's get moving.